Hello, it's me again, Sasha from Sew Make. Wow, that's 3 times in one day. Today I'm going to show you how to make penny weights, curtain weights for putting in your curtains. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some lining fabric, so some scrap lining fabric. I tend to just use anything that I've got spare. This piece that I had is approximately 22 centimeters depth by probably about 50 centimeters wide, and what I've done is I've just folded it in half. Okay, so this is the lining fabric. I'll just pull the camera back a bit so you can probably see it a bit better. I've folded it in half like so. So that's my lining fabric, and then I've just popped some pennies. These are lead weights. I don't know if you can see that. They're just lead weights. They're 2.5 centimeters diameter. And I've just popped these on here just to see sort of how many that I can pop on. So I'm just going to take these off. Just a few off for now. I don't need them all on here. I'm just going to leave 2 on here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some little pockets for these, so I can see that my penny weights, I know they're 2.5 centimeters, and I'm just going to leave a centimetre seam allowance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a seam allowance of 1 centimetre. So this is sort of where I'm going to start. So as you can see, I'm just going to leave a seam allowance here. Then my penny will be, or my lead weight will be there. And then I'm just going to measure. So that's 1 centimetre, and then I'm going to leave at 4 centimetres, and then I'm going to do another stitch seam in here, and then I'm just going to leave another centimetre like so, and then I'm just going to repeat the process all the way along, so that I know that I'm going to be stitching along here every 1 for 1 centimetres all the way across. That'll make a bit more sense when I come back. So I'm going to take this over to the machine and I'm going to get this stitched. Okay, now I'm not sure how much of this you can actually see, but I've started to stitch the channels. Can you see there? So what I've done is I've measured 4 centimetres over from where that last channel was, and then stitched down 4 centimetres, and then come across 1 centimetre, and then just repeat that process all the way along. So find my 4 centimetres, put my needle in, nice back stitch all the way down, secure stitch on the end, and then just keep going. Okay, so now I've sewn all these little pockets on. I'm going to take some of these penny weights. I keep calling them penny weights, but they're not pennies, they're like 2p's, lead weights, and I'm just going to pop them inside my little pockets all the way down the bottom. Keep going. So I've just done a row of 6 for now. Okay, I'm going to take my pinking shears, which do come in very handy, and I'm just going to cut, because I haven't gone all the way along here, I'm just going to cut along there for now. And then I'm going to take this back to the machine, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave probably the width of my foot, and I'm going to stitch along here. Now, I hope you can see this. So I'm just going to stitch and to find where my penny weight is, and then I'm just going to machine stitch along there, creating little pockets for my weights. Now I'm going to repeat the process, leaving a 1 centimetre seam allowance, or 1 centimetre space. Feel free to measure this if you want to, but I'm just going to leave 1 centimetre stitch line distance all the way across. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some more of these weights and I'm just going to repeat the process. So let's turn it around a little bit. I'm going to put the weights in the pockets. Like so. Put it back onto the machine. And then just repeat what I just did all the way along. So now, as you can see, I've got this lovely collection of covered lead weights, and just with my pinking shears I'm just going to cut in between those stitch lines and then just carry on and then cut in between, and they look like little raviolis. Look, they're so sweet. And then just carry on all the same. I find it quite therapeutic making these. At the time I think it's going to be a bit of a tedious task, but once I've started you get yourself into a bit of a routine and you can just make loads of them. I kind of tend to make a whole batch of them when I've got a big run of curtains to make for clients. I just make lots and lots. You can actually buy them already made, but they are much cheaper to do it this way. Also, if you don't have any of the lead weights, you can always raid your 2p collection. If you've got one of those penny pots, just grab some 2p's out of there. And there we go. A nice little pile of penny weights to go in to my curtain. Right, I'm just going to grab the curtain that I've got here. And then all you do is you open out your mitre, which I've done here. Open that out. And in the corner here, where the bottom fold and the bottom seam and the bottom and the side seam meet, you would just pop your your covered weight and then just stitch that in. Stitch it onto the extra bit of fabric here, and then that's your weight put in your curtains. And you would just proceed to do that on the other corner and on any joins as well. So where the fabric joins here, you would put a weight here as well. I hope that's been helpful, and like I said, I'm going to do a curtain tape corded pocket, which again I'm going to use out of this lining. So if you pop back, at some point I'll have that and you can have a look at that as well. Hope it's been helpful. Any questions, again, please ask, please share, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and yeah, have a great day. Thanks.